Welcome to Fat Kings Friday for January 23rd. I am Andrew, VSG Spike.
Oh boy, and I'm Saul Rosenberg, and we are two enormous people chewing the fat, trying to get lean. Oh boy, what's up? We're in a jerky mood today, jerky. What's up there, fruitcake? What do you say there?
What's up? We were just doing
What's going
radio.
on?
We were just doing the. I'm sorry. I don't.
Hello. Oh boy, what's on the menu, Andrew? What's on the menu?
On the menu tonight is
is
going
it
to be
hemorrhoids?
goals.
Goals. Goals.
Goals! Oh, we're dorks.
Yeah.
But tonight we're going to do some goals, man. We're going to talk, especially it's like the new year. We really didn't touch on it that much, if at all, last week. But it's a good time to kind of think about some short-term goals, some long-term goals, and just kind of go from there. Because I've got a few things in mind, and Walter's got a few things, and we'll just kind of bounce it around from there. And I'm sure we'll waste an hour of your night you can't get back.
You'll never get it back, people.
That's right. So quickly, hey, teeny tiny Tommy. Hey, Dennis is watching. I haven't seen him commenting here lately. What's up, Dennis?
Yeah, the D-Man. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, man.
Was he 100 pounds down?
I think he did. I think he
Yeah, brother.
hit 100 here recently.
Congratulations, bro.
Cool, man. Cool. Well, first off, how was your week here, Walter?
Very good, man. Very good. I actually meant to do a video because I'm technically at 9.5 weeks. So I was going to try to get, what was it, Kim Bass?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Walter. I lost you there for a second, buddy. You there, dude? Uh-oh. Sorry, folks. I think we just lost Walter all of a sudden. He was doing just fine the entire time. Yeah, so goals. I don't know if anybody else can hear him or not or see what's going on. Yeah, I think we just lost him. I'm going to try and work on this here. But, pretty much, Phil, you got it. I'm going to try and work on this here in the meantime, but until I can get him back, I'll just kind of sit and see what I can do driving from here. But I think goal-wise, one of the things that I was talking about, yeah, it is Lynette, it is the Andrew show at this point. I'll work on getting him back. But, I had a goal here that I was talking about, about a month or so, really just ever since I set up my, ever since I had my surgery, where I was talking about wanting to hit 100 pounds by Christmas. And, I mean, thankfully, I was able to do well enough, and I actually lost what I think was 100 pounds by Thanksgiving. And since then, I mean, I've still been steadily losing. I have slowed down a little bit, to be honest, but not like too much. Uh-oh, are you there?
Hello? Yes. Ty, my shadow is choking me.
Ah! Oh! Where the hell did you go?
See me? Oh boy, I went. No, I don't know, dude. My computer's being crazy.
Well, you were there for a second.
Am I here now?
Like the Verizon guy, I can hear you now. Welcome back, man.
Can you hear me now?
Everybody was ready for the Andrew show all of a sudden, man. I was getting worried.
It's the Andrew and Andrew show. Oh no, man, I don't know. I made a Mickey Rourke joke and my computer crashed.
Oh, I didn't like it. Must not have liked it. That bad of a joke and decided to shut down.
Yeah, I guess so. 9.5 weeks. It was a horrible movie, except for like a couple of sex scenes. But Like that's all my computer wants. That's it. Anyway, dude, what were you talking about?
I
Give me a
started to
rundown.
because I wasn't sure. I just started going into talking about goals, where I was talking about how the last time after I had my surgery and I was losing the weight that I was losing, I set a goal for myself initially, kind of a short-term goal of getting 100 pounds down by Christmas. And thankfully I hit it just right around or like the week before, week after Thanksgiving. But I hadn't really set anything else beyond that. I have kind of an ideal like initial goal weight that may still adjust, but beyond that I hadn't really ever refocused on kind of setting a new goal, kind of a mid-range goal, something to look forward to by like summertime. I know you've been losing mad weight, and I don't know, did you first talk about your week? How's your week been? But then, do you have any of those like goals set in mind, like short-term, long-term goal weight?
Yeah, well, I would like to reestablish a relationship with my penis.
Always helpful.
That would be nice. We haven't seen each other in a while. No, but I guess. Well, yes, I actually do have a couple. A lot of career-driven goals, a lot of writing, because I hadn't been writing in a while, and I got all these ideas for things, but I just wasn't putting the time aside. And I don't know, I was going to leave a video this week about it, but I really feel really good. I feel like everything's sort of in alignment, and the best way I can put it is I feel, this is going to be a very artistic movie reference, but I feel like the paper bag in American Beauty.
Yeah.
It's very zen-like. I just feel like I'm at one with the universe, and I'm going with the flow. And it just started a couple of weeks ago when I started to feel like, okay, because when I first got the surgery, I have to say I was a little bit worried. I wasn't, especially when we went from mushy phase to regular food. And all of a sudden I'm eating, and I hadn't eaten in so long that everything I ate I was feeling guilty about. Like I felt like I was overeating all the time, and I felt like just out of control. But of course I wasn't. And I was trying to figure out the whole restriction thing, and I was having a difficult time. So I felt like, well, I don't feel any restriction at all, because what I thought was, well, I figured I could just, well, if I just keep waiting and then wait past it and then eat again, and then am I eating too much? But now I really feel at one, I feel like I understand everything I'm supposed to be doing. I feel the restriction when I feel it. And it's just weird, because you actually mentioned when TJ was on the show, you had asked him the question, because some days you feel like you could eat a lot more than others.
Yes.
And so I'm learning what that feels like too, and just go with it, and just I'm trusting the process, and trusting in just following the orders. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and I really feel much better mentally. I feel focused. I feel ready. So the only real scale goal is I weighed myself again. Well, I think it was over the weekend, and I don't remember what it was, but I was down like, I don't know, another like 4 or 5 pounds. So
awesome.
But I'd like to be, really like to be under 300. So in Twonderland.
Yep.
By San Diego.
And
so I'm at,
April?
Yeah, so I'm at about, what is it, like I don't know, let's say 345, 340, somewhere around there, 344, 345, somewhere around there is where I'm at. So it's doable. It's 45 pounds. I mean, it might not happen, but at least I'm going to shoot for it, and we'll see how close we get. Because I don't think in my adult life, I mean, well, at least that I can remember, I was under like 200 pounds. I mean, I might have been, but I wasn't very big on the scale. So I was just like, I'm fat and I'm proud. I don't give a shit about the scale, and so that's how I used to be. But so that's definitely one goal in terms of the scale.
Right.
Lots of other things I'd like to do, in career and life and all kinds of other stuff.
Okay. And I'm going to reiterate what Tanya just said. Is I can see it as well with you tonight. I don't know if it's the way the camera's set up or what it is, but the way you've got it set up now, I can tell big time tonight. You can see it in your face, in your neck, that, I mean, it's a huge, huge difference compared to, you know, where you've been previously. I mean, the difference is obviously showing because it's, you know, doing fantastic so far. And I think that, you know, that's a very, you know, that's a very doable goal. It's a, you know, it's certainly, I mean, you don't want to always set like easy goals, but this is definitely not an easy goal by any means to try and lose that much weight. I mean, by what, April, right? I keep forgetting it's in April, which
Right. It's like
that's awesome.
it's like 2.5 months. So
So if you're looking at like say 10 weeks, so I mean that's like 4.5 pounds a week. So
it's close. I mean, you know, if you average it out, maybe some weeks I'll lose 2, and maybe some weeks I'll lose 6,
right.
5. I mean, it's a pie in the sky goal, but it's one I want to shoot for at least.
Oh, absolutely, and I mean certainly why not? You know.
What else is there to do?
Exactly. Let's go for it. I mean, no. Do you have kind of a relative weight, like a end goal weight that you're looking to try and get to, or is it really just kind of, you know, ride the ride as you know, and kind of see what happens when you start to get to a comfortable weight?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both, because when I started, I was 500 pounds, so
Sure.
I always said 250. I would be so happy to be at 250, because I think with my frame, I think with my body, it would actually look pretty good, you know, if we're just talking aesthetics. But health-wise, I know I would be in the best shape of my life if I got to 250.
Sure.
Or my adult life anyway. So I think I was like 250 in probably like second grade. but so I'd like to get down there, but I don't think I'm gonna like just call it quits. I mean, I'll take it as far as I can go. I mean, you look at people like Pete Sleeverock, or you look at Michael May.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some guys who just kept going. I mean, even Phil kind of kept going. I mean, what did he want, like 220? And then he got down to like 205, and he's like, I love my body. So I mean, you never know what's gonna happen, but I mean, so if I get to 250, it would mean I lost 250 pounds.
Right. You cut yourself in half.
Literally, right. So that would be, you know, that would be like my goal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't stop. I'm not gonna stop. You know, I want to see how I'll ride the ride until can't ride no more.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and I'm the same way, and that's exactly where my like goal set right now is the same as 250. You know, but I know once I get to that point, you know, it'll be more of a, hey, I think I hit this initial goal for me. Let me see how, you know, where I'm at and how, you know, if I feel like I still have plenty to lose, I very well may, but it's been so long since I've been anywhere in that range. Let me get to that point and then reassess, if you will.
Yeah, that's my feeling too, because I mean, if you'd asked me 6 months ago, could I even be where I am, I would have said you're fucking batshit crazy.
Absolutely.
So who knows what the future holds. But that's kind of where I've come to this realization where so much of my life was wasted focusing on the past and not letting go of issues like that, and you know, just really holding on to the past and regretting things and just never being able to let go. And I made a big video 4th of July about, you know, emotional shit. And once my father passed, I don't know, it just snapped me into reality and just focused me mentally into a place of where, you know, you only got one thing that matters, and that's today. You only got right now. And you should start thinking about the future and focusing on today. And the past is no different than a dream. It might as well be a dream. It's just dust. And it's really been like this mindset of mine, like really just try to prioritize. And Neo, let's plug the Naked Truth. Love the girls of the Naked Truth. Sundays, what is it? Sundays at 9 o'clock Eastern?
Sundays at 9 o'clock.
Sunday. But Sarah Nerd in Oregon, if you're a newbie and you don't know who that is, go check her out. She's the tits, as we like to say. But she's awesome in every sense of the word. And she was on, and you know, she was talking about, you know, prioritizing goals, and her and her husband Chris Waffle, another awesome dude, who's going to be on the Naked Truth this weekend. Chris Waffle, ladies and gentlemen. Synchronize your watches.
With yours truly, Jennifer Bleacher, and Lace Sarwai.
Lace. And but anyway, she did a really good interview as always, and she's always so right on the money with things, and she just made me focus on goals. And I sat down, I started writing out some goals, and I started really giving it some more attention and trying to make short-term goals and longer-term goals, and most of them are kind of private. So I'm but a lot of them are really just buckling down and doing things that are going to make you happy.
Absolutely, and that's kind of where this spurred from, because I'm with you. That I was watching, Ryan and I were watching Naked Truth, and that show, if you haven't seen it, you've got to go watch it, because it was Jennifer and Lace and Sarah, and just everything like what Sarah had planned and put into action, and basically planned out the entire year on what they're going to do and how they're going to achieve it. I was just in awe, because I just thought it was so freaking cool on how they were just so driven to, do this and do that, and they set what Chris's goal was to do is I want to put that record out by the end of the year. Well, what do you have to do? You start at that goal and then you work your way back and set that timeline. That was insane.
Yeah,
so
I thought I got a lot of use out of that too. It's like, all right, figure, and then go backwards from there. It's a good strategy. And also, since we're on the topic, I might as well give Chris Waffle a plug. He launched a website. TJ put a link on Fat Kings to go check out his website. And the name of his band, I think, is Going Viral.
Yes.
Or Going Venereal. One of those.
No,
so
that
definitely, I know he doesn't make videos anymore, so a lot of the noobs might not know who he is. I mean, when I was coming in, he was already pretty much gone. He was on his way out. But I did check out a lot of his videos. And as I was checking out his videos, I'm like, oh my God, I remember this guy. Oh, he's got to take a call. So anyway, Andrew, what he's so fucking hot. You see his lips right now? Oh my God, the things I would do to him. So yeah, I was checking out. Anyway, people. So yeah, check out Chris Waffle. He's a great guy. His videos are funny, but back in the day, him and his band had made this Star Wars song. Star Wars. I forget the whole song, but it was so funny. And he was on a show, tech show called The Screensavers back in the day. So check that out. So yeah, I would have sex with Andrew any day, really. Oh, hey, brother. What's going on?
I was listening to you. There's an emergency downstairs, so.
Oh, okay. You gotta go?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, all right.
All good. I mean, the dog knocked an entire cup of carbonated beverage that made it all over the floor. So needed to find some cleaning stuff. So crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Okay, good.
But I can still hear you the entire time in my earbuds. So thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, he and his band, they're cool guys. I mean, I think it's a different setup now than it was years ago. But it was funny. I was just saying, because I watched his videos when I first started watching videos. I'm like, I know this guy. Why do I know this guy? Because he had like a viral video himself, which is probably why he's going viral. This was like, I don't know what year, 2003, 2004, I think it was. And there was this tech show. It was on Tech TV at the time. Now it's G4. But it was called The Screensavers. It was one of my favorite shows. It was all like a tech show.
Yep.
And he was on the show with his band, and he did this whole Star Wars song. It was pretty funny.
Oh, nice. Okay, because that was before I started watching G4. But yeah, I used to love watching G4. Like I was a late adopter, so like X-Play and the Tactical.
X-Play. Oh yeah, I know you watching Morgan. What was her name? Her name?
No. I'm actually Morgan Webb was her name.
Morgan Webb. Don't tell me you weren't watching. No, I know who you were. What was her name? Oh, it's Olivia Munn.
Nope.
Is that her name? No. Who are you?
No. That was the main one. That was
Allison.
on the
What was
show.
her name?
Allison Hayslip.
Allison Hayes. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even care about what some Underwood. What her name? She was in Playboy.
Yeah. I know.
Allison
Yeah,
Hayes,
me
I
too.
thought was,
Yeah,
I thought, and Ryan even knows, so I don't care
yeah,
about talking about it. But yeah, she was too freaking cute.
yeah. She's geek chic.
Very good way to put it. But okay, so kind of going back to this, yeah, I mean the goals and everything, I just think are fantastic, and you know, I know it's perfect to have like your own goals, you know, regardless of what you're trying to do, private or personal or weight or whatever else. It's good to have those goals, but more related to the fact that we've had this surgery, it's I'm trying to reassess that. I've got a few goals in mind. I mean, for me personally, um, kind of similar to what you're talking about. I want to lose about, I'm looking to get to about 175 pounds down, maybe pushing 100. Like, depending on how fast I'm losing, I seem to be losing a little bit slower than you are, which is fine. It's just how I'm losing, but I would like to be 175 pounds down, so close to 200 in the 200, two for land or whatever you want to call it, by the 4th of July. So mine's a little bit further out, but it's what I envision for myself to try and get to that point. Because I mean, if I try and do that by 4th of July, and if I can then get to maybe 200 pounds down by the end of August, early September, I could have lost 200 pounds in a year, because I didn't really start losing myself until early September. If I lose 200 pounds in a year, I mean, I still, I don't want to say I doubt myself. I know I could certainly do it if I'm putting forth the effort that I have been. But to think I could possibly do that in a year is just fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, dude. I'm totally with you, man. I think about it a lot lately. I'm like, holy shit, like, oh, I've lost a lot of fucking weight in a short amount of time, and 200 pounds is definitely doable. And you're doing it too, man. So if you follow the rules, if you do everything you're supposed to be doing, man, the surgery is an amazing surgery. It really is. It's a life-saving thing. It's a blessing, man. It really is. And that kind of brings me to something too. I noticed in that TLC, I don't know, like they had this show. In The Naked Truth, I think it was Cher Bear who was talking about the show about some woman trying to gain weight. Did you check this show out at all?
No.
Some woman is trying to like gain weight to 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 prove that, I forget what it was. She's like she's gonna lose the weight to prove that fat people are lazy. She's gonna gain weight to lose the weight, I think is the concept of the show. I hadn't seen it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but anyway, I got to check this show out. It's like it's something like somebody will say it. Oh, by the way, I don't have my comments tonight because my computer's acting really funky, and that's what kicked me off. So I can't read any comments.
I'll keep you
So
posted. I've been
I'll leave.
watching through them. Yeah, I'll keep you up to date on that. So.
But anyway, the TLC show that I just sort of guilty pleasure watch is my 600-pound life, and there was a chick on it called Penny, who got the surgery, I believe she got the sleeve. She might have got the bypass, but I can't remember. But anyway, she put no effort into changing whatsoever. She was bedridden. Her husband is a complete enabler. She has a child that she keeps saying she wants to get out of the bed for, but she's like completely bedridden. And anytime anybody tries to help her get out of bed, she comes up with another excuse. And it's really, really sad and depressing. And ultimately, she was doing crazy things. Like right after surgery, she was eating like all this food. I don't know how she managed to pull it off, but she managed to basically just keep eating throughout the whole day. And when I see something like that, it's like scary to like new people. But if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, I don't think you have to worry about it not working. I really don't. I mean, it's going to help you. The restriction is real. The restriction is there. I mean, I have my cousin. I never talked about this, but my cousin, she's pretty heavy herself. She's battled her whole life too, and she and I were actually the ones who went to Weight Watchers and used to go have hamburgers after Weight Watchers. But she was against my surgery. She was probably like the only family member who was against it. Other family members might have been, but they didn't actually say it. They were probably worried, but they didn't actually verbalize it into don't do it. Whereas my cousin was kind of like, I don't think you should do it. And I told her everything, and she was anyway.
Mhm.
She was telling me about some study, which I want to see if it's actually true. That these people, they told people almost like a placebo effect that they had the surgery, and they didn't, and they
Oh,
still
really?
lost some. I can't believe this is true. If anybody knows about this, please let me know. But I was trying to explain it to him, like, listen, the restriction is not in my mind. It's real. It's not like, because this was post-op. This was like at Christmas. She was asking me questions about it, and I was like, no. So I was kind of still new to the restriction. If we had the conversation now, I would have had a completely different conversation with it now, because now I feel I understand everything. But at the time, I was trying to explain, no, the restriction is there. It's real. It's not like something in your mind where you can imagine the restriction. And it's something that's so beautiful. I think it's when it's working, man. It's just the greatest thing ever. It's like, how can you deny that restriction works? It's the whole premise of the whole surgery. And when you find yourself eating so little, and you're okay with it. For me, that was the biggest thing. I mean, I was a plate cleaner my whole life. Always had to clean the plate. Always had to clean the plate. And now I eat until I feel that restriction, and I'm okay. I'm done. And whatever's left, I leave. I either wrap it up or I throw it out. And there's no more the concept of like lunch and dinner. Like, none of that means anything to me anymore. Like, I used to have a dinner. Like, I used to have to, what am I going to have for dinner? It's got to be some kind of epic meal. Now I could care less. If it's a cheese stick and a piece of turkey pepperoni, I'm good with that. So your whole life changes. Everything around it changes.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it would be interesting about that study. Tanya just talked about that just a moment ago. She said, I know a girl who went to high school who was in a clinical trial, and she didn't know if she had the surgery or not. She said not VSG.
Okay. I wonder if there's a bypass, though.
Right, maybe, and they wouldn't tell her for a year. She said...
so maybe there is some truth to this.
Yeah, it was a new something surgery, yeah. So I'm not sure about that, yeah. Be interesting. Kind of going back to some of the comments. It's called Fat and Back. Was a show on TLC. Katie Hopkins is the woman who gained the weight. She must be the person on the show. And Jennifer Bleacher said, yeah, I saw a commercial for the show. She says, that's right, fatties, you're all lazy. So I guess she makes no qualms about talking about saying bad stuff and about overweight people. Sister Scaleback said that, yeah, she watched the show. She's a very bitchy reporter who's anti-fat. So, yeah.
So she's trying to get fat and lose the weight to show that fat people are just lazy and they don't want to lose the weight. Is that the concept?
But to me, that only solves. She's only showing that as solving the physical portion of it. I don't see that as solving any mental, because that's
not even close.
Yeah.
The mental part is probably the biggest part of our lives, is the anguish that we go through every day, the dirty looks, the faces, the fucking scorn that we get on a fucking minute-to-minute basis. When you get to a certain weight, you're treated like shit, whether you like it or not. And I don't care how big your smile is or how nice your personality is, 90% of the time, the initial reaction to you is, oh my God, look at this.
Exactly. Right, absolutely. And yeah, for her, I don't doubt it that this woman's going to be able to gain and eat what she wants and lose it right back if she's already a fit person to begin with and is doing this for the sole purpose of saying, I'm going to get to a certain weight and go right back. The people with that kind of mentality who are that driven as far as like goal and and have that kind of a fitness regimen, I don't see why they couldn't do that if that's what they so chose to do. Just they feel like they have to prove a point. But like I said, I don't think she's going to the right people. At least I don't think she's going to convert anybody that fat people are lazy just by fucking eating hamburgers for a few months and then losing it all back a few months after that.
Like how much weight is she actually going to gain too?
Right, and it also depends on what she's going to eat, because this kind of reminds us. It just came to mind. Did you ever see Super Size Me?
Oh yeah. So what's his name? Spurlock?
Yeah, Morgan Spurlock. I've seen a few of his documentaries, and I really like him. But because when he went on just the all McDonald's diet, he documented, obviously not just the weight, but it weighed on him mentally. He just got depressed, and it messed with him on more than just a scale level. And to me, his journey with gaining the weight and then working to lose that, to me, that's a more effective story than this bitch just trying to say, you fat people are lazy, screw you, I'm just going to go gain some weight and lose it just to show you how worthless you are. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, at least he had a concept of trying to reveal how sinister our diet is. Just how it looks. It looks like golden arches and a big happy clown, but you can actually do some serious damage to your body if you do this. So I mean, at least there was some sort of goal there. This woman's just trying to. I mean, fuck, it makes no sense whatsoever. And TLC, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, not that I'm surprised. Isn't TLC the network that did that fucking mermaids fucking thing? Did you ever see that shit?
I didn't see that one, but TLC has all sorts of weird shit. I'm not surprised that they've got that.
My Strange Addiction.
Yes, My Strange Addiction. Yeah, and they've got all sorts of weird shit. But Sister Scaleback and Jennifer Bleacher are just having a field day in the comments section right now. She's talking about restrictions and to show how easy it is to lose the weight. That's right. She gained 35 pounds in just over a month or so, not years. She said, thank God, 35 pounds in a month. Trust me, if any of us wanted to, we could probably gain 35 pounds in a month too.
Easily. Shit, my old days, I could do 35 pounds in a weekend.
Fuck, give me a pizza and some Pepsi, man. She gained 35 pounds. Thank God, a naturally skinny woman can show it. Yeah, teeny tiny. Christine, thank God, a naturally skinny woman can show us all how easy it can be to just lose the weight. Thank the Lord. Thank you, Christine. Thank you.
What a douche this woman is.
Yeah, and Jennifer. I mean, she kind of put it well. She said, I'd like to see her try to lose 150 pounds after carrying it around for 10 years. Because that's where we're coming from. It's not just a quick up and down on the roller coaster. This is years and years and years of bad mistakes and bad eating habits, and this it doesn't surprise me that it's on TLC. Just whatever. I think,
and of course, the main thing is keeping it off.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So anybody can lose 35 pounds. Can you keep it off?
Right.
Without gaining back 50. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then Christine was talking about Morgan Spurlock's got another show called Inside Man. I haven't heard of it myself, but TJ's on and asking if it's a gay porn. That's exactly how TJ needs to enter a room.
Oh, enter a room.
Exactly, enter.
Oh, TJ, you can enter me anytime.
But so I don't want to talk about her anymore because I've given her enough time as it is, and I haven't even seen a commercial and she's already pissing me off. So.
All right, I got a topic. You reminded me something when we're talking about this chick and the mental part of things. I got a situation. I'm just curious to find out if anybody else has this situation too, or this condition. Okay, I noticed that whenever I lose weight, I feel mentally sharper. I feel like and I call it fat brain. Like after a while, I feel like I gained so much weight that I don't know. I don't have the same clarity. I don't have the same focus. I don't have the same mental acuity that I have. Like I don't know when I lose weight, I always seem to there's a point where if I lose enough weight where I start to have more focus and I start to be able to I'm just more creative.
Yeah.
Does anybody else go through that?
I can see I could definitely see that as being a you know, sounds negative, but it's a positive side effect of the weight loss. Is I think, you know, it's just a boost in your own confidence because you're doing something and moving down the scale in such a way that you've never really done before. It's definitely part of that mental game, I would imagine, because I do feel that way as well in certain situations where you do feel just mentally sharper. You feel, you know, you're conquering this huge, you know, weight, this, you know, weight on your shoulders, so to speak,
Right.
that you're like, all right, I can take this on. What else can I take on? You know, let's do this, let's do that. You know, I'm ready to, you know, I'm kicking ass at this. I'm ready to take on the world and do more that I haven't been able to do in the past. So I certainly see that. And, you know, Christine, losing weight helps you breathe better and helps your brain work better. It's a theory she has, which makes sense.
No, it's true because I mean, no, but I think you're definitely right because it's probably just, you know, a combination of increased confidence, increased, you know, I would say, you know, faith in yourself or whatever it is. You know, definitely a confidence boost, and also your mind, I think, is more free to think of other things because you're not focused on, oh my God, you know, you're not feeling guilty about every fucking decision you make. Every single time you eat something, maybe you're not feeling as guilty about it. You know, it's you at this point, I guess I get like more on autopilot, and I can actually think about other things. I'm in cruise control.
Right, exactly, and I definitely see that. And just kind of, yeah, Sister Scaleback says, you know, she feels the same way. She doesn't have as like a foggy feeling, she puts it, which makes sense. You know, Kim, hey, Kim can do it. I'm thinking more clearly than I was before, and yeah, I agree. She's like, and getting thin, Gwendolyn. I wonder if the focus is because you're eating better and the food has more nutrients. That very well could be the case because you are getting more of what you need, and before you would, you know, you'd be eating shit. You'd be eating burgers and pop and, you know, pizzas and fat and, you know, all the junk and crap that you aren't typically supposed to have or shouldn't have at all, for that matter. And, you know, you're actually giving your body the proper fuel that it needs. It gets, you know, the more you do it, the more you get into a, you know, a good routine of eating healthy, just like you said, Walter. I mean, you get into that good sense of autopilot where you can then focus on other things and, you know, develop yourself more, you know, mentally and have a more, you know, fulfilling life.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Actually, on the topic of documentaries, and I don't know. Did you ever watch what is it? Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead?
I've heard so many people talk about that. I have not seen that one though.
Started watching it. It's really just about juicing. It's about a guy. He's an Australian bloke, and he got quite large. I don't know how big he was, mate, but he was pretty big. And he decides that he's going to start changing his life, and he starts juicing, and he does it for like, I don't know, an insane amount of time. I think it was like either 30 days or 60 days, like pretty much nothing but either juice or fun. But I wanted to ask anybody out there in the kingdom, what is up with juicing as a weight loss surgery patient? I mean, obviously we want protein as our first, but at this point in my journey or my adventure, in case Gooch is watching, but he's not, he's probably just banging Sarah.
Right.
Captain America. So, yeah, by the way, I meant to say that last week for Gooch, man. Congratulations, man. He's pretty much hit goal, and he's, well, what is he down now? Oh, it was his surgiversary. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was surgiversary, and also I think it was his birthday over the course.
Right. That's what it was. I knew it was something for Gooch, but we didn't say. But anyway, it's I'm just curious about if we could safely begin to incorporate a little bit more of that, like juicing. And I'm at the point now where I can finally start eating more vegetables, and it feels good because I really miss the vegetables in the mushy phase. And then when I finally started eating, everything was priority: protein, protein, protein. But now I feel like I got more of a handle on it. And so do any WLSers juice or?
A few people are saying, well, TJ's profoundly, in all caps, do not juice. You're
Okay.
removing the pulp and just getting the sugar. Sister Scaleback said, I did juicing for a year, but it's better to have the fiber straight from the whole vegetable itself. VSG Brad, he's watching on his computer, not on his phone. He's loving the comment section, the way it's working now.
Oh, finally. Good for you, Brad.
No, sorry it was a pain in the ass before, but he said he tried it, hated the taste of the greens. But yeah, everyone's saying it leaves all that pulp, which, I mean, that's where a lot of the good nutrients are, not just the straight sugar. But
which is what I've always heard anyway, so I was just curious to see if there was any kind of secret wisdom in that.
I mean, to me, what I excuse me, I mean, if I want a kind of juice, if you will, I mean, I don't even do like a juice, but I try to maybe dress up my protein shakes every now and then. Like I did when I was on my 2-week pre-diet, my pre-op, it was nothing but those shakes, and I had this vanilla flavor that I thought would be okay, but after like 2 days, I was sick and tired of it. But I had a 3-pound bag of this damn thing. So so I dressed it up. I would add maybe a little bit of cinnamon, or hell, I had one day I put in a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, and I made my own kind of pumpkin spice latte shit, whatever. It didn't take away from the nutrients and the protein that I was already getting from it. It just gave me a little bit of flavor and gave me a little bit more. I have a chocolate protein shake mix that I have now, and if I want a little more to it, I've got some PB2, sprinkle a little bit of that, and I've got a chocolate peanut butter protein shake. So that's, to me, that variety is going to come, for me, it's going to come from playing around with protein shake recipes, but definitely trying to stay away from the juicing, if you will. So
the only reason why I considered it at all, because I have heard all those things like don't juice, you're taking away all the nutrients. But the reason why I was thinking about it is because, if we can only eat so little, this might be a way to kind of get vegetables in through drinking that wouldn't be so restrictive. Because for me, I've tried to have salad a couple of times. I bought this big salad. I took like 3 bites of it. It had a little piece of chicken with it, and I was like, well, I got basically like 4 bites, and 3 of them were greens, and only 1 of them was chicken. So it probably wasn't statistically the best way to go. But I really was trying to just get any kind of vegetables in again, like any kind of greens. But
sure.
So I'm struggling with it because I just don't have that much room and the restriction. I mean, so I put, like, if I make an omelet in the morning, usually for breakfast, it's what I have, and I try to put spinach in it. I try to sneak spinach in where I can and try to get something in. But I just thought, well, maybe if I start juicing, maybe that's a good way to go. But
well, TJ and Sister Scaleback are talking about, like they just mentioned, it's better if you wanted to use it as making like a smoothie versus a juice, because then you're at least putting it through a blender instead of a juicer, because you're still going to get everything. And if you really incorporate a majority of that as the vegetables itself, whole leaf kale, cucumber, a little bit of other things to sweeten it naturally, like an apple or some berries or whatnot, but that way you're at least keeping the fiber, the pulp, and all the good stuff, and you're not, stripping that out through a juicing machine. TJ also said just straight up vitamins, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm religious about my vitamins and all that shit. But the other thing I use from time to time, when I was doing it a lot pre-op, but I haven't started post-op because I'm concerned about like acid. But I used to drink a lot of, not a lot, but like at least 1 glass a day of like low sodium, mind you, V8. V8 was always good because it's also got a lot of potassium in it.
Right.
But there's a shit ton of sodium in the regular version, but not the
Right.
fusion either, because they have a fusion and that has like juice in it. I don't fuck with
Oh,
that.
that's just sugar. Yeah, not
Yeah, that's
yeah.
all
I know what you're
sugar.
talking about, just the standard like vegetable juice.
Standard low sodium V8. I would actually get a little charge from that too. It would make me feel good. It's like almost like a little shot of B12.
Right.
So I don't know if anybody drinks that, but I was concerned about like acid because it might be a little too acidic. But
Well, I mean, at this point, it wouldn't be bad if you can get a small, like, I know you can sometimes get small, like, cans of them. Try that. Try a little bit and see how your body reacts to it. But you
yeah,
should be
definitely.
able to. You should be able to take it. I don't see that as a problem because I mean, I've had a few things that have had like some, more of a tomato, like a, sauce to it from time to time. And for me personally, I've never had too much of an issue with acid. But even now, it still doesn't affect me at all. But I think at this point you'd be safe to try it a little bit and see what happens. So I was worried about that myself with spicy food because I do like spicy foods every once in a while, and I've tried a few things here and there, but it hasn't kicked me in the ass at all.
Yeah, I tried. There are these on New Year's. This bar next to my sister's house where we had New Year's, and they make these. Basically, they're like chicken. They like chicken wings, but they're boneless, and they're so spicy. And I had to try. So I just had the tiniest little piece of it, and it was real spicy, but it didn't bother me in any way. So I was like, oh, I was happy about that. So maybe I should be okay. I haven't really messed with anything like spicy though, but it's nice once in a while to have the option if you want to.
Absolutely. I was thinking it, but Kim put it out there because I also like with the V8. I do like the spicy V8.
Right.
I
Yes.
used to love to do it with a couple an ounce or two of vodka in there. She's talking about a Bloody Mary.
There you go. I was gonna say we're at Bloody Mary phase right there.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, give that a shot and see what happens. I mean, it certainly can't hurt for something to have, give you another option to have every once in a while. So, kind of going back real quick to the goals itself, like, do you have kind of a big, like, end goal, like, something that you want to do to kind of celebrate once you get to, like, say you end up saying, all right, well, 250, I'm kicking ass there if I get down to 225. Do you have something in mind to kind of celebrate yourself at getting to, that, end, if you will?
I'm smiling because I just thought of the line in Office Space
Uh-huh.
when he asked his neighbor what he would do if he had $1 million. Too
I'll
good.
tell you what I do. 2 chicks at the same time.
2 chicks at the same time, bro. So yeah, that's what I want. That's how I want to celebrate. That way I can make East meet West, and we'll build a bridge. That's from Son of a Woman. Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ha. I felt like I was in the Corps of Engineers. East meet West. We'll build a bridge. Actually, I don't know, man. I mean, Bobby's done it. A couple other people have done the skydiving thing, which I don't know if I have the balls to do that. I really don't know, because with my luck, I would lose all the weight, and the fucking chute wouldn't open, and that would be it. It would just be perfect. I'd finally get everything going, and then the fucking chute don't open. But I can't. I'm sure I'll come up with something, man. But
Sure.
just to be honest, I mean, just to be able to live. I mean, just life and everything in it is great. I mean, compared to where I was, it was pretty fucking bad. So I'll come up with something.
Oh, cool. I mean, I just didn't know because I've had something in mind, which I mean, it is kind of the typical. It is what Bobby did and everything. I do intend to jump out of a perfectly good plane once I can get down to a proper weight. I mean, this was even a goal that I had when I was doing Weight Watchers, and Ryan she's like, oh my God, don't do it. She's not going to stop me from doing it.
It's crazy, man.
she's like, all right, whatever.
It's fucking crazy.
Christine said, and then Alanis Morissette would write a song about you, Walter.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Oh.
That's always a good karaoke song because you get everybody to go. It's like rain.
Did you So listen, maybe maybe if you can convince me, we'll do it together. We'll jump out of a plane together. We'll hold hands. Maybe we'll do it.
You got it. That would be awesome.
And the first one who pukes gets to push the other one out of the
Perfect.
plane.
Screw the quest bars. We're gonna push the other person out. Now what happens if neither of us? If we've got golden stomachs the whole way through.
Well, then it's just a question of do we have the balls to jump out of this perfectly good plane?
Awesome. Man. So you've got your goal for WLS FA. I would love to be like.
Oh, by OH? You'll be fucking 170 by OH.
Wait, down 170 or 170 pounds?
170 pounds.
Bullshit.
By OH, bro, you're gonna be like fucking Adonis.
Oh man, if I can get down to like, some like, shit. Well, I have to double check. If I can get into the 200s, maybe 275 or something shit like that by OH, that'd be awesome. I would freaking love it. So.
I don't see why not, man. I don't see why not at all. Very possible.
Absolutely.
Very possible.
Definitely. And like I said, and I know we talked about it a little bit, and I posted that kind of impromptu video over the weekend. But yeah,
man. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah. I just wanted to touch on it real quick, at least. But I am for sure going to OH. I'm going to try and convince Walter to hopefully maybe go if he's able to. If not, it's all good. But I will definitely, if anything, Walter's going to represent Fat Kings in San Diego. I'll represent Fat Kings in Raleigh, and we'll definitely have a good time. Looking forward to it.
I could turn this into a math problem right now. So if I charge, okay, first off we got to determine how much it would cost me to take a bus down to Raleigh. Or a plane. I'd rather take a plane. But then I got to figure out, so if I charge $25 a hand job, now I got to figure out how many hand jobs do I have to give and how much time. I have till October, right? So that's plenty of hand jobs.
Middle of October.
Yeah. So there's still time. I might be there. It's possible. But yes, everybody.
There might be a group of us from Ontario driving there. Got to work out the details.
Oh well, hey, you're swinging down. You pick me up.
That would be killer. 'Cause, I mean, by that time, I would say just drive and meet me up. But I'm going to be by that time. I'll be out in West Virginia, so it won't really be any benefit to drive out that far already.
Oh, speaking of which, bro. Oh well, I'll get to that in a second because I want to stay on the topic. But yes, everybody, go and please nominate the Fat King / Naked Truth, and we're going to talk about I think the topic is how to be an attention whore on YouTube. I think that's the topic, and we're good at that, and we're gonna, and we got Lacey, she's going to teach you how to take a selfie. So, I love Lacey so much. It's ridiculous.
Oh, she's not here to defend yourself. Just Jennifer trying to.
Oh, I love Lacey, my God. Who doesn't? I mean, what red-blooded American doesn't love Lacey? American. I'm American. But, what was I going to say? Oh, actually, when I got home Sunday night, I saw that, and then I watched The Naked Truth, and I really, really – is she in the audience tonight? Because I really wanted to try to set this up, but I just didn't have the wherewithal.
Jennifer's on, but not Lace.
Oh, I was trying to get Mary Ellen McCune to do a hangout with me so we could do our own Nominate OH video. So, because I felt left out. But it was my fault. I'm sorry, my bad. I was at a funeral. But
it's all good.
But yes. But you have my full support. I want you. I actually did sit down and do the nomination. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy. You just got to fill out a couple of questions. So by all means, maybe, I think we linked it on the Fat Kings. There's no excuses, people. So go out and nominate Fat Kings / Naked Truth.
Excellent. All right, what were you going to talk about? You just thought of something.
Oh, yeah, no, when you said your house, I saw your house, bro. The West Virginia house?
Uh-huh.
You need to take a video at like 3 in the morning. How creepy that fucking place is. That's a Halloween house.
Man, that video when I took that video just out in the morning, that was like I filmed that at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun was just starting to creep up. I'm telling you, when it's quiet out there, you could film a good sequel to Blair Witch out where I live, because it is
definitely.
dead quiet.
How's the hunting out there?
Oh, hunting is awesome, because
great,
there are, when it is hunting season, man, there are guys that will go up behind the house is just this massive hillside mountain, and they'll be up there all the time when it's turkey season and deer season and whatnot. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of good protein in them hills.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, once I'm out there, man, I'm gonna definitely do some videos like just of the place where we're at, where like walking, because I'm gonna do a shit ton of walking when I'm out there, because it's just gonna be nice, quiet, middle of nowhere, and just
You're gonna look like Mick Dodge. He's like an outdoorsman. It's pretty funny. He's out in the Pacific though. But is there ginseng in your mountains near your house? Was that where you get the ginseng from?
I don't know.
Is it West Virginia or where is it?
No, there's typically moonshine in the mountains of West Virginia.
Oh yeah, there's always that. But they have this show. It's really funny. It's just like, I think it's either on the History Channel. It's all about the ginseng season, and all these guys, they go crazy out there and they shoot each other over the fucking ginseng.
Oh, I hadn't heard of that out there. That's nuts.
It might be. I don't know what part of the country it is. I thought it was West Virginia, but I'm just a city slicker. I don't know nothing from nothing.
No problem. Well, Christine is selling. I don't know if she looked it up or something, but she said it's a $68 round trip on Greyhound from NYC to Raleigh.
So that's like 10 hand jobs.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that anyway.
Bust that on a couple of weekends, man. It literally busted out.
Yeah, I got you. I saw what you did. I see that. I got you.
Gwendolyn, yes, there is ginseng in West Virginia. Okay.
Yeah, the hills, man. You
I
and
had
me,
no
brother,
idea.
We're gonna start a ginseng business. We're gonna get ourselves on that TV show, and then we'll see what's what. Because you gotta watch out for snakes, man. I saw the video the other day. This guy got bit by a snake, and you gotta suck the poison out. I'll do that for you, brother. Don't you worry. But you can make a shit ton of money.
I guess so.
Is like, oh my God! In China, they eat it up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I had no idea.
Now there you go. You better look at the hills near your house. Might be sitting on some.
I'm gonna start hunting for some ginseng, man.
There you go.
For sure. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm about ready. I gotta make sure everything's all settled downstairs, and there isn't any
no more spills.
Pop that's spilled. I was getting a lot of shit on the comments for using the word pop, because I'm out on the East Coast, but I'm still a Midwestern hick who still uses pop instead of. I give Ryan a bunch of crap because she's called it soda.
Do you eat subs?
Yes, I have subs.
Okay.
No,
just checking.
Hoagie. I don't have a hoagie. I have subs.
No hoagie. Okay.
A hoagie to me is
sandwich.
A hoagie is like a Salisbury steak on bread. That's a hoagie.
That's a hoagie.
But a sub is a sub.
Okay. See, in New York, everything's a sandwich. Two fucking things here, that's a fucking sandwich, no matter, or a sandwich.
See, a sandwich is two cut pieces, like cut pieces of a loaf of bread. But if you want a sub, that's
a big right. I get that.
Yeah.
Like a fucking blimpie. What do I know from nothing? All right, so get the fuck out of here. It's good to be the fucking king. Whatever. Hail to the fucking kings. We're out of here. Done. All right, let's go get a sub. Go get a sub, everybody.